Hello and greetings everybody, welcome to Anno 2205 Revolution. So we are playing this game modded. I'm actually a huge fan of this game. I know there are not that many fans out there for this game. It has beautiful graphics, it has a beautiful setting, and in this case we're just going to enjoy this modded one. Now the mod changes a few things. It adds new production chains, new ornaments. It also rebalances some of the production, statistics and stuff like that. So quite a lot of changes. I'm eager to see that. I've played this game several times now, and this time, well, some things might change. Now we start a new game, a brand new company. So if you're new to that, in Anno you usually have a company. It always has been like this. You're not playing a nation or something like that, but rather a trade company. And in this case here, we have a company that has the aim to revolutionize the energy production on Earth, and for that we need to go to the moon, have a space station and stuff like that. It's really cool actually. And without further ado, I hope you enjoy this one. Let's start.
I'm glad you accepted my invitation. Samantha Beaumont, Global Union Supervisor of the Lunar Licensing Program. We have a lot to discuss, but first I'd like to introduce you to your Artificial Data Amalgamating Messenger.
Thank you for participating in the Lunar Licensing Program. The program stipulates that your corporation set up operative spaceports to act as bases for a new wave of lunar colonization. You will further assist Global Union in the development of a fusion energy reactor to avert Earth's impending energy crisis.
Officially, only megacorporations are allowed in the program, but I personally took a stand for you. You just have to sign in.
Alright, so let's choose a corporation name. And I think Cyraven is the best name for this one here. I don't know if some of you get the hint here. If you know, then just write it in the comments. Let's continue. Cyraven needs a logo. In that case here, let's have a look. We have a few different ones, and of course the dragon is the one that I really love. So let's go with the dragon in this case here.
My superiors at the Global Union had reservations about you, but I've convinced them. They even decided to allocate you high-grade territory for new corporate headquarters. Choose a sector. Alright,
so this is a tricky one. We have to choose one of these sectors here. All of them have distinct features. All of them have distinct projects that we can finish. So we have the dam, for example, here, a treasure hunt in the Wildwater Bay. We have a sunken ark that we can locate in Cape Amber, a new life project. No idea what this one is. Abandoned facility complex. And Dirty Deeds. This one here, finished construction of an abandoned spaceport prototype. So what it will be? The thing is, we can colonize all of them at some point, just like in Anno and any other Anno game. We can just colonize as much as we want to. But in this case here, we have to choose one with some good building space, I think. So Viridian Coves offers something like that. We also have Wildwater Bay, which is kind of the noob beginning map, which isn't a bad thing, of course, but it's just that you have so much building space without any obstacles and stuff like that. In Viridian Coves, you start on a small island, and you can then expand over to a massive landscape, so you have to start small. I like this one here. We have the second wave here, which is an ornament, a statue to celebrate the corporation, which also fits then for later endgame to have this massive statue in the middle that we can look upon. And in that case here, those islands here, for example, they just offer too little building space to build a massive city, and I just want to have a massive city. So in that one here, Viridian Coves, it is cultivated minerals. That is, mines provide a higher output in this sector. Production rate is +10 for all the mines.
Almost there. We just have to negotiate the terms of your contract with.
And then we go with the difficulty. Now the difficulty in Anno 2205 is not like the difficulty in the other Anno games, since there are no AI opponents. In this case here, Veteran of course is usually the one that I go, since I play Anno games on the highest difficulty. But the problem with Veteran in this one here is it's just annoying, you know. So the higher your difficulty, the less production you have of your buildings, so you just need to spam like 10 times more buildings in the end to reach the same goal. So in this case here, we're just going with the expert ones. We still have the full construction refund, even though that is not really that hard. We have no bailouts though, so if we get bankrupt, we are gone. So that's something for difficulty's sake that is really cool. And other than that, we can go for the advanced setups here. And what I really want to do here just is the provided workforce is plenty, because that is just annoying. The revenue is medium, and then we have something. which is the warehouse output. We put that on plenty. The rest is just medium, so we are still on expert difficulty here. We don't need to spam that much,
really.
but then,
You know,
we have a more balanced playthrough of this one here. But, of course, we do have a few difficulty settings here as well. Let's disable the tutorial, and with that, those are the settings. Let's start.
You are now entering Phase 1 of the Lunar Licensing Program. The Global Union assigned you territory in Earth's temperate region to establish a spaceport and a base of operations. The construction of a space elevator to Global Union headquarters is also required. For further instructions, speak to your official contact person. Global Union wishes you success.
Big place. We'll see if it's big enough for ambitions like yours.
Right, here we are, beautiful one.
Has high hopes for the area.
Still lovely graphics.
I'm sure he will ask you to join in his latest prestige project. First things first, though. The protocol demands you bring a spaceport into operation here. The spaceport building site off the coast is still unstaffed, but as soon as you've built the necessary housing...
So one thing I really love about Anno 22.5 is that you kind of like have this campaign on the side where you have this whole project of getting energy from the moon to the Earth, you know, so that you do that, and step by step you're building up for that, going to the Arctic, then building your spaceport and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. It gets a bit repetitive after a time, or after a bit of time, but still I like it in the end. And when we look around, we can already see here there's the statue monument then coming up that we need to do. This is a several stages project, so this is going to take us some time. And then we have the bridge in here that we can also build to get to the main landmass here. The same thing with here, we have a bridge, and my goal kind of is to have a beautiful, huge city here with the rivers in the middle. That will just look fabulous, I think, or I hope so. And in that case, oh, we have a little crate here. So with that crate, we get some biopolymers. Righto, so it's really exciting to always start new. We have 0 population. We are at 0, well, level, that is. And as we can see, we can unlock then all these different areas here. They cost us though. So they have some, either some mission that we need to do for them, or price, that is, or some civilization status. Then we have the space station up here. And the Arctic would be over here. We haven't discovered that yet. And there is then the global station for that. So that is for global trading and stuff like that. And over here we have the moon, which is our ultimate goal, of course. Now let's have a look around. Lots of building space. Let's start by building a, well, bigger street, a main road, as I like to call it, just here in the middle. And we are going to connect this one right away with our bridge there. Of course, we have to be a bit careful there, since that, well, street cost us quite a bit already. As we can see, money is going down rather quickly. Righto. There we have that. And here we can then start our smaller settlement, going all the way over here. And the first thing you need to do now, work in progress. Developing a spaceport will be a great deal of work. Let's call in the professionals. Attract a population of workers 50. So we need to build some residences here first, and we can just drag them along here now, like in Anno 1800. So I think for the first time that feature was then possible. And in that case here, we got now the first people living here in all their glory. Those are now workers, right? Even though they look rather, well, handsome for workers. And in that case here, rice, water, organic food, information, and energy are their demands. So like in Anno game, these demands then will just get more complex. Now, we should build the first ones. We do, as we can see now, get our first balance here in. The first people are coming in. And, well, for the first additional things that we need more biopolymers. For now, we can actually collect them here. There are some crates lying around there from time to time. Perhaps we can even collect crates then on the other island right away, but I don't think so. Nope. So there's nothing. Oh, yes. Actually, there is a crate.
This spot here is perfectly suited to support a bridge to the other.
Yeah, no, not interested in the bridge at the moment. There's another crate over there. So with that, we can more easily build then more buildings here just while we continue talking. In that case here, another 10 that we have. Polymers that we spend, right? And with that, we've unlocked a few new buildings. So we can just open a building menu, and here we can see now, for example, the new monuments that we get, or ornaments, with the mod. So I don't remember those things here at all, and they actually don't look so bad with our logo on them. That's pretty cool. So we can use them then as kind of like a park or something. Right, we have the workers here, attract the population. That is pretty much completed soon. We should then go with a biopolymer factory as well. So this one here, right? Otherwise we will not be able to advance there in any meaningful way. So let's get, well, let's get over here, somewhere far away from everything. Just here, that's right. We do need a transportation center here, which is kind of like a warehouse. Right, and then we do need the sunflower farm, which produces the bioresin, and we do need the biopolymer factory, which produces then biopolymers out of that. So when we built this is a bit new now. There's no longer any distance to the warehouse or something like that. You know, we can just place it here, and we get a message bumping up here, +10. So we have a surplus of +10 now, and if we build then a biopolymer factory, for example, over here,
Great.
it goes up then by +9, and this one here is then going down, obviously. So here we can see now -1. So this one here is actually consuming, well, 11 of those biopolymers. That also means that now biopolymers is going up. The other bad thing is now that credit balance is negative and energy is negative as well. So that is something we need to focus on. Energy is going to be the problem for the whole game, managing that energy. For now, a wind park will be fine. So we do have a bit of space here. And I think this is just the perfect location there for a nice, juicy wind park that produces a bit of energy for us. Every building needs a street connection. So in this case here, we now produce some energy, and we have a surplus of +48 once again. And as you can see, there's this radius. So in that case, I will not be able to build another park here because it just overlaps them with the radius of this one here. So this is a problem. They're cheap, but they do require lots of space around them. Now biopolymer is going up, my balance is going down still, more heavily so now. So what we need to do is, well, build more houses. In that case here, let's have a look there. We do need water, organic food. Water is something we don't have at the moment. Nope. Rice is a new agriculture good. Do we actually need that?
Such an important guest. What can I do for you?
Well, yes, we do need rice, in fact. This is one of the mods, right? So this is one of the new additional production chains right away. That, well, is just going to be a bit more difficult. Is it rice? Yes, it is rice. Or, no, I think this is actually part of the... I'm confused now, because they need rice. I don't remember that. I think they only required organic food back in the days. So this is a new challenge then. What we should do now really quickly though is, well, get a few more buildings on the way. So we do have the bioresin for that. And let's just have a few new additional blocks here of houses. This will increase our population
Your construction
and our
crew
tax
is one
income.
of the first ready. Keep up the pace.
So this
Your
is the beginning of
competitors will try
something
to catch
great.
up.
As we can see, this is one now,
For the
and of
next
course this is
construction
just a
stage,
smaller
you'll need qualified
village that
ground
we
staff
have.
to
Now the main
operate the
village is going to be
spaceport.
over there then.
Make sure to adhere to union standards while providing the required infrastructure.
Righto. So that's something we need to now have a smooth operation. So chapter 2, or well, step 2 that is, attract operators, produce water, attract 200 workers and build an infodrome. So those are the things. We'll loan water as well. That means we'll need a water extractor, and that is something we can build, for example, here. So this plant here is then producing water once we connect it with a street. So let's do that right over here.
You need this desalination plant. These days, it's the only way
Desalination
to come by drinkable
plant.
water.
And as we can see, we produce a bit of water now. +2 we have. There's actually a crate here with some biopolymers, so they're respawning, I think, from time to time. And we can just collect them. And we have now reached level 2 of our corporation. Here we are. Now that's something else. So the corporation, well, profile that we have. In that case, go away. In that case, here we are, Cyraven. And we need to grow, right? Those are the other corporations, our kind of like opponents. We can then trade with them. We can buy their stocks and stuff like that. We can purchase islands from them if we want to. And yeah, here we can also see now our steps in front of us. So the corporate titles that we need. We have now the first one, which is a no-name company. That is exactly what we are. And the micro enterprise would be the next one. As we can see, it grows, and it always grows with the global population that we have. So in that case here, we do need 400 for the next level. And then we would get, for example, an account limit of plus 100,000 on the credits and 16,000 credits as a bonus, stuff like that. And we have all different information here that we don't need for the moment, but later we'll need that. Right, let's build that block here full. In the middle, we could make room for, well, a smaller ornament then. So I guess in this case here, let's have a smaller park than here in the middle. Nothing too fancy, right? Just here something that we can place once we have a bit of more money again. Right now we couldn't afford that, but yeah, later we might. And here we just continue with a few additional buildings. Right, so that we're going to have the park then. Let's actually get rid of... We need to get rid of that one here. Let's get rid of that one here. Making the park a bit bigger there. That's totally fine. And some more additional houses than here and here. And those buildings are going to look beautiful once we upgrade them. Right now, yeah, they're looking fine too. A nice futuristic little town here. So just to give you a bit of a context, we have a huge climate crisis behind us. Like most of the Earth is underwater, and we just have a few dedicated islands left over. And we are one of those mega corporations that start out now and build or rebuild civilization and solving the energy crisis that we have there right now. Let's continue. Let's have... Oh, we can actually squeeze in one more building here. And... I don't want to squeeze in too many buildings here. Here we do need to leave some space open for the infodrome. And we are low on rice as well, so that is not good. We should do something about that. So that is the warehouse, once again, that we need. Let's have another warehouse then. Let's say that the city kind of ends then. Here. Right, so we can have then another warehouse here. For those guys. And then a rice plantation, a rice farm. Right, and actually we do need to place 2 of them here. Which of course costs me some energy again, so we do need another wind park that we can actually place here. Right away. We have a bit of energy again, and we have a bit of rice there again. So this puts me off a bit here now, because I don't remember the rice at all. In that case it costs us additional energy. And biopolymers that we just cannot afford to spend at the moment. Let's have another block of houses here. This is starting nicely. In that case here, it's definitely more difficult already. And we have reached... Nope. We have only reached the infodrome as a new building that we have here now. So that is one of the service buildings. In that case here, the information is what people need. And information is what we can give them. Now, once again, it doesn't really matter where we place them, you know, they just produce information supply on their own. Down there you can then see how much we have. So a surplus of +4 here and a surplus of +4 here. If we would place it here in the middle right away, we would get a surplus of 6.
Under provision of specific consumer goods.
And organic food is low. Organic food needs rice then again, so we do need quite a lot of those rice farms here. And here, can we actually do that from scratch? Yes, we can. We can have the modules here right away. Or I'm getting old and I totally forgot that. But yes, we can have the modules here. And with those guys, then we can increase the production even more without building the same buildings again. Now, let's see. We do need the infodrome. There's no blueprint mode, unfortunately. So if we place it, it's placed. In that case here, let's just place it.
A broad range
and
of
boom, there we have it.
Services. This will enable your employees to develop their interests as well as their skills.
Another pretty cool building. Really nice graphics there. And people can go there now and inform themselves, read something up. Energy-wise, bad position right now. -5 is not that catastrophically bad yet, so I'm just going to leave it at that. What we, however, need is way more people. Like, it's incredible how many more we need. In that case, we are producing some biopolymers already. Let's see if we can find...
Energy scarcity.
Another crate with some biopolymers on it, so we can speed the whole thing up with building. Nope, there is nothing. Look at how big this landmass here is. There's another crate. Right, there's another crate. That's fine. We don't need... Yeah, we actually need all the biopolymers we can get, but for now, that should be fine. So we can build a few more houses than here. Our balance is looking fine for the moment. so we can have more houses than here as well. Can actually squeeze them in all the way to the other side. That is fine. And in that case, as you can see, space is very important on this island here. So, you know, I do need a very fragile balance here, or I do have a very fragile balance of how much space I can use for agriculture and how much I can use for my city. This problem kind of like solves itself once we have the bridge. But the bridge, that is far away. That needs the next civilization status first.
For one, believe in our company.
Now, one thing that I do need in addition is once again a well, wind park. We could have, as what I can see is right now, a solar panel array. This is also a mod. So we can have that instead of the wind parks. As we can see, it also has a radius around itself. It produces then some energy. And it costs us 15,000 credits. So we can't have that for the moment. But what I can see actually is that it provides 500 energy, as opposed to the 50 energy the wind park produces. Right, so in that case we might go for it, right? Sounds about right, but we just need a few more biopolymers. Right, so we do have enough biopolymers. I'm a bit worried that it really drags down my my credits by 15,000, but otherwise it seems to be a really good building whatsoever. And yeah, it well aligns itself with the sun. Let's have it over here, far away from everything. There we have it. And it needs a street connection, of course. There it is. And now we have a nice energy surplus here of 500 almost. And it's looking fine. I think we're using those then as well on the moon later. But yeah, it makes sense to use solar power there as well. Now we do have a few biopolymers again. Let's continue building a few more houses here. Let's not forget our mission there as well. So attract operators to produce the water. For the operators, so we do need the organic food. So that's this. And the organic food consumes rice and water. So for that, first of all, well, we do need to increase our rice farm. So we can add those modules to it. Doesn't really cost that much. And as you can see, bumps up my production there. And the same thing we should do with the desalination plant here, so we can add those modules here. Costs me a bit of biopolymer, but that's really it. A bit of more energy consumption, right? And we have it here, bumping up our production of +9. And now we can build these organic food factories. And yeah, I think we can squeeze one in here perfectly fine. There we have it. And we can just add a few more modules to it, just along the farm here. That's fine. As we can see, we have 28. Now, in that case here, rice is still low now, and we have reached the next level there of civilization, because once a good has been fulfilled, well, they can grow in their home there as well. Let's have another farm here. Yes, to have a positive balance there again. That's important. So now we have a positive balance of everything, and as we can see, now they're ready for promotion. The beautiful music in the background. And oh, we even have flying cars now. And we should just enjoy this moment before we upgrade those buildings, because a whole lot of other things will happen then. And in that case, how's my water looking? It's fine. Everything else is looking fine. I still cannot have these ornaments here as long as my money is so low, but we're going to solve that as well. And lots of people here at the information center. Information supply is at 3, so it's still sufficient. And I think we should now upgrade. So let's do that. We can upgrade now, for example, this block here.
All systems online. Can't wait to get started.
There we have those buildings. Look at them.
Remarkable progress.
Absolutely beautiful.
You've assembled construction crews and ground personnel faster than I was expecting. You are more than ready for the first major hurdle. The program demands you connect your city with the Global Union space station via a space elevator. So far, only megacorps like the Big Five use such technology. But I'm sure you have the same potential.
I hope so. So in that case here, well, we have now the operators. That is this one here. Opens up a whole lot of new features. For example, we can build now the corporate headquarters, but that is just too far away. We can add some stone and bricks if we want to. We can add the billboards. Now that's a pretty cool new ornament that we have here. Doesn't even cost us that much. Some billboards there, some lightning that we can add, as you can see. Storage that we can just place there as decoration. That's really pretty cool. We got lots of nice little ornaments. Some huge people. And we have our ornament tab here as well with more ornaments. For example, little parks that we can add here and there. So that's that. Just in the middle. Next up, what do we need? We have a new mission. Chapter 3. Start upgrading your spaceport to a global spaceport. Right, a long way to go. Your space elevator will lead directly to the Global Union's orbital headquarters. And for that we need the constructor bots, the vitamin drinks, and a population of 1,000 operators. So that is our utmost or a major goal for that. Now, to reach that, what we can do is we can first of all move our biopolymer factory. And I want to add some more modules to this one here. So we can afford that. I think there is, yeah, another coastal building that we can then have here. So let's have the street there. And then we have our biopolymer factory. And we can just increase our production then. And I think we actually need to have it. Yeah, it doesn't fit anyway here. So that's fine. That we produce more now. And I think we can just add a whole new one then here as well. And that's our biopolymer production. We shouldn't really waste more space here. But with that, we've increased it. And as you can see, 25 is the surplus now. So this is really growing here quickly. And rice is looking fine actually. What we now need is, well, first of all, we can upgrade a few more of these guys here. Beautiful. And trust me, those buildings are only getting more impressive as we upgrade them. This is already looking really, really nice there. Yeah, they do need the vitamin drinks, rejuvenators, fine food, that is a new one. Neural implants, that is something as well. No, fine food is actually not a new one, I think. It might actually be one. And she is looking sharp as well here. Operators. We have a population of 600 now. Next level is with 900 people, so we should still grow. And we have something new that makes it a bit easier. We have now the residential complex. So for now we only built the residence, and now we have the complex. So these are more expensive buildings, this one here, but bigger as well, right? These are little complexes of their own. They do, however, need the constructor bots. That is the next tool that we need, kind of like the tools in the other Anno games. So in that, let's have a look. Constructor bots, they do need 2 mines, the feldspar quarry. So they do need the nano ceramics, and this one here needs the cobalt, right? So we have the mining spots. We have 1, 2, 3 mining spots here, and a crate. And let's install them. So one for the cobalt that we can have here. Amazing buildings there as well. Very impressive. That is the cobalt. No, that is actually the nano ceramics, and then we have the one for the cobalt that we can have over here, right? So actually close to the city there, and they're producing it now. We have a surplus of 5 for each, and I think that is exactly 1 robot assembly hall, this one here. Now that is also heavy factory building. Let's have it. I don't know, I usually don't like to have factory buildings close to my city, but in that case it's really not avoidable. We could have it over here. Let's place the factory over here.
Good.
We can still,
You've gathered the components
expand
needed
it
for
then.
the elevator. Only the elevator cable requires special materials you can't produce, but I arranged for a delivery.
Alright, so that's the constructor bots that we produce now. As we can see, workforce is now in the negative. So this means that we need more workforce, more people effectively. And that's why we need the constructor bots there. And I think, yeah, 1 robo factory is just enough. And let's just have a look of this building here.
Additional manpower.
They're also detailed. Just beautiful to watch. Right, so that's that. Balance is still positive there. What we can do is, since we are waiting on the constructor bots, just build normal residences for now as well. So we can add this whole row here to it. This will make it better a bit. Here we can add a few more. Right, so I left some space open here for now. I don't know what we should do there then. Here we can then squeeze it in, a few of them. How much does it actually cost us? 1 each. Okay, that's fine. So we can actually have quite a lot of them. So we can do it like that, for example. Right, so we have 3 of these complexes here. And then we can just squeeze in the normal residence here as well. And we can do the same thing up here. Having this 3 times here and then a normal residence here. And a street, of course. So there we have those buildings here. And yeah, space is really tight here. We still need lots of that space. There we have a bit of room, so I'm inclined to have the police station here or something like that. We can have the police station in here. Have we unlocked them yet? No, we haven't. Right, for that I will need to upgrade more buildings. Let's do that. Let's upgrade those guys here, since we have enough biopolymers. Quite a lot of them. Gives us new additional buildings. The fruit plantation, the vitamin condenser. So far it's rather straightforward. The space elevator and produce the vitamin drinks is our next step here. Track the population. That is on the way. We have enough energy, we have enough workers, so we can actually go with that. And the next level, very nice. Level 4 fleet size is increased. That is for the military combat then. And other than that, yeah, and with the next level we actually get a new title, which is the micro enterprise. Right, and vitamin drink is important now. Let's just have a look at the goods here. Oh, water is close to, rice is basically out. And vitamin drinks. Right, what do vitamin drinks need? They only really need, I think, fruits. And that's that, fruit plantation. So the fruit plantation is something we could have here then, for example. So let's have another transportation center. That is actually important to keep the logistics supply up. That is kind of like your transporters, right? Every factory you build consumes that. Let's have one over there, and then we can have this fruit plantation just here. Produces the fruit. We can add some more additional modules to it, like so. And then we can have the vitamin condenser. Let's have that. Wait a second, where's the bridge? There's the bridge. There's the next water extractor then. So we can have the vitamin condenser here with some additional modules, and we can just look it up. That is fine for the moment. So we have enough fruits there for all the vitamins. And here, let's have another desalination plant for some more water. And the rice will probably need to upgrade then as well. Let's actually move the transportation center. And the wind park to add another modules here. Bump up the rice production there a bit. Just a bit. That's fine. We have enough biopolymers. Let's build a few more resident complexes. So we can have a few here. And a few here. Let's have a double street here then. Doesn't matter. And yeah. Could squeeze in one. Yeah. Let's actually use the normal residences here in 2 rows. And the same thing. Let's have the complexes then here. As you can see, quite a huge building. And this is one of the downsides of this game, that it feels a bit spammy after a while, because you just, you know, build all these buildings en masse. But, well, you either like that idea or you don't like it. In that case, it's looking fine. As we can see, information supply over here is the problem. We do have a street here that is probably not laid out in the most optimal way. This is looking better again. We do need, however, to connect the wind park here with a better location. Yeah, over here we can actually have it. The wind park there. And those guys here do need another information center that we can then place, for example, here. We have everything for that. Beautiful. And our little city is growing. As in every Anno game, we also have this photo mode, which is looking really cool, to have a different perspective of the city. Unfortunately, we don't have a first-person perspective in this game here, but otherwise it's still fine. And look at that. I mean, I really just love the complex, or the context here, that we are kind of like a corporation building up a little empire there. It's just a beautiful idea with those graphics there, to just enjoy a relaxed game. So it's a bit more laid back than the previous Annos, because you don't have a direct competitor, even though we have invasions military fleet wise. Now, next up, we have enough biopolymer. So in that case here, let's upgrade more people, let's upgrade more buildings, let's upgrade some of the first complexes now here as well. So those guys, those are bigger buildings, as we can see, and they just also look very nice. Beautiful. Our little town here. We can do that a few more times. I think we have enough biopolymer. Those guys here, next level, level 5. We are microtech now, microtech company.
Start the elevator construction once all other requirements
And
are
yeah,
met.
we have now finished all
My
the other points
associate,
of
John
this mission.
Rafferty, is already heading here with the special material deliveries.
That's fine, so select the spaceport and start the upgrade. That is the goal that we have. There we have the spaceport. A massive building, kind of like a 4-stage monument that we need to upgrade over time. And in this case here, it does need no constructor bots, 10 of them. And that's exactly how much we can supply. Let's start the upgrade.
Yeah, Rafferty here. Miss Bowman assigned me to ensure the transport safety. Approaching your sector, over. Code red. We're under attack. Code red. Damn it. The cargo. Protect the ship.
People of Earth, this is the manifesto of the Moon's independence. The global union waged war on us for generations with weapons like falsehood, negligence, and exploitation. And the LEC bowed its head in servile compliance. But not anymore. Set no foot on the land of our forefathers. We are the Orbital Watch. The Moon is free.
Alright, so that's our big enemy that we have.
Nowhere, sunk all my ships and took over the cargo. Now they're blockading the whole sector. No transports are going to make it through anymore.
All right, no time to study regulations. Meet Rafferty at the coordinates transmitted. Do whatever is necessary.
Right, so before we can continue with that stuff, we do need to go into a bit of a battle against this orbital sector there and defeat them before we can do that, and we're doing that in the next episode. Stay tuned.